Hi guys, here from Vienna with the Kosovo flag, also to explain that we militarily intervened to save the Kosovo Albanians in '99. Not the Austrians, but NATO, and it was the right thing to do. And when I call today to do the same, and especially to sink all the Russian Black Sea ships, then it's somehow I'm seen as a radical. But it's not true. We have to use military force. That's a liberal interventionism, it's called. Obviously, we need to help the Ukrainians now. Obviously, we need to militarily defeat Russia. Obviously, they have nothing to do in the Ukrainian territory, nor in the sea. They have nothing to do there. This is not that you can invade other countries and there is no consequences. And there will be no Third World War, there will be also no kind of nuclear war, because this is only for the defense of Russia. But when Russia attacks Ukraine, there is no reason for that one, because they have no reason to be there, no legal, no military, no other kind of justification. It's just a war of aggression. And of course we need to defend our values, our people and the Ukrainians and everything we believe in. It's a completely wrong policy that we are not following through what we have done in Bosnia and in Kosovo, that in the case there is a superior power attacking a smaller country or killing its own people as well. And even that, it was in the case, it was citizens of Serbia, it was of Yugoslavia, a complete disaster. We intervened and it was the right thing to do. And now we are not intervening. No, on the contrary, we should intervene, and we should also use the power of the Western technology and of the Western Navy to sink the ships of Russia in the Black Sea. Absolutely. And the battle, by the way, let me also go into the strategy. The war will be won by NATO and by the US Navy. Obviously, we need to destroy the Russian ships in the Black Sea, and there will be no reason anymore for Russian power on the Black Sea coast. This is absolutely the way to do it, and they will understand the message very clear. And the second thing is, it's not so important the small battlegrounds over in the eastern Donbass. The real decision is the naval confrontation, and there must be this victory. And the peace, there will be no peace with Russia now for decades to come. Let's not have any illusion. But the armistice and also a kind of settlement, not to have constant war in the east of Ukraine, will be only coming by the NATO membership of Ukraine. So the new contact line, whatever that will ultimately be, it's a little bit a fluid situation now in the east. There will be some changes. It will be not the 23rd of February. Maybe Ukraine will lose more territory for the moment. That's a tragedy, and I'm absolutely against it. And one day Ukraine will be united, and it should never recognize it. But the reality is there will be some contact line at the eastern Donbass established. Probably Luhansk will be lost. Probably there will be parts of Donbass lost and Mariupol and this corridor, but what cannot happen under no ways is the loss of the Dnieper river mouth, like the exit to the Black Sea. So Kherson must be absolutely liberated. The Black Sea delta, the Kherson, the Dnieper delta must be liberated, and Russian troops must be so far removed from the Dnieper that the Dnieper is with Ukraine proper. And the rest is a tragedy, like in the German case. It is, of course, the German case all over again, like I say, since 5 years. And there will be some territory like Crimea, and they will be occupied. It is impossible to liberate it. That's not feasible. And also the eastern Donbass and maybe more, and some territory, and also Mariupol is unfortunately lost. I warned for that. We could have saved it by NATO membership for free Ukraine, like the BRD. I say all the time. And now we have the same scenario, and the same is true what I said before, but with less territory. Only NATO membership of free Ukraine, of European Ukraine, and also, of course, non-recognition of what the Russians do in their occupied parts. But we will never recognize it, like Germany has never recognized the GDR. But it is the reality. They will occupy that part, the Crimea, for now. And after the fall of Putin, we will liberate it because they want them to join NATO, EU, and Euro-Ukraine. That is what happened in Western Germany in 1990, and obviously it will happen as well in that case. But that must be done. That's the only way when we say yes to NATO. Intervention first and then to membership of free Ukraine. And also to Kosovo NATO membership. The whole neutrality is a Russian hoax. It's a Russian paid, inspired Stalin thing. It's absolutely wrong. Neutrality is evil. I want to be very clear. Austrian neutrality was invented by Stalin, was created by the Soviets and has ever been since a kind of soft underspot for them. The Swedes and Finns have understood that. The Kosovo were never neutral anyhow. And the Serbs are pro-Russian under Vucic and many of them. And the neutrality is wrong for Moldova, for Georgia, for, not the Georgians anyhow want to join, for Cyprus, Malta, Ireland, very wrong neutrality. So that's absolutely important. All of us must be united and we have to secure free Ukraine by NATO. The new contact line must be the NATO defense line, the NATO wall against the Russian aggression. That's the only way for some kind of lasting stability on the eastern border between Ukraine and Russia, and that must be protected by NATO, and then it will also never be attacked. That's the way. And having a new defense alliance created parallel to NATO is absolutely nonsense. Yeah? If the Germans must be addressed, and the French, by the Americans. And that must be the clear line as well. And that's so logical. So we won the first Cold War, we will win the second one as well. So good. Thanks a lot for listening. Please recognize Kosovo, please support military intervention. Please, liberal interventionism is the strong case for freedom. If we believe in our values, we have to also defend them and sink every single Russian Black Sea ship. That's the way to win this war and make it clear that Ukraine will join NATO. Not all Ukraine, unfortunately. There will be unity later coming as well. But for now, this is the way for a peace settlement. Not a peace settlement, but at least some kind of end of the war. The war can only be ended by NATO intervention and by NATO membership of free Ukraine. Thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.